Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive deep into a topic that I think we all need to be talking more about, but
Yeah.
um, it feels like nobody really wants to die of the metabolic health.
Yeah, it really is one of those things that's so incredibly fundamental,
Right.
but we've sort of danced around it for so long,
Right.
and there's just so much to unpack there.
Well, and we've barely even scratched the surface of like how the human body even works.
Oh, absolutely not.
So let's try to like really, get into this topic of metabolic health
Yeah.
and what it actually even means, because I think
Yeah.
there's so much confusion around it.
Yeah, it's one of those buzzwords right now,
Yeah.
metabolic health, this metabolic health. But like, what does it even mean?
What does it even mean for like everyday life?
Right.
Like, how do we notice it? How does it affect us?
Exactly.
And I think, one of the things that we've been just like trained to focus on for so long is like the number on the scale.
Oh,
And that's it.
you're so right. It's like we've been conditioned to think that that number is like the be-all and end-all of health.
Totally.
And it's just not.
It's such a small piece.
It's like one tiny little piece of a much bigger puzzle.
Totally. Yeah. And we were reading about this Coach Dave, and he had this client, Sarah, who was eating like the picture of health,
Okay.
all the fruits and vegetables.
Right. All the good stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff you're supposed to eat.
Exactly.
Right.
And she was still struggling with like energy levels and just hitting a wall with her fitness goals.
I've heard similar stories, so many times. And it's like you look at what they're doing on paper and you're like,
He looks perfect.
you're doing everything right? Like what's the missing link?
And for her, it turned out to be like her digestion was the missing piece
Oh, wow.
of the puzzle.
See, and that goes back to what we were saying, like about the number on the scale. Like
Totally.
you can't just look at that and see the whole picture,
Yeah.
It's really about body composition, like how much muscle versus fat you have, and then like how your metabolism is actually working. Like how is your body using that fuel?
Right. Because it's not just what you eat.
Exactly.
That's like how your body processes it.
It's like what your body actually does with it.
Yeah. So like, what does this actually mean for someone who's like listening to this right now?
Oh, imagine waking up every day and having sustained energy throughout the day, feeling strong in your body, being able to like fully engage in all the things that you love.
Right.
Like that's the potential that we're talking about here.
Yeah. And we keep hearing this term metabolic flexibility.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is that?
Okay, so think of it this way, right?
Yeah.
Like a car that can seamlessly switch between different fuel types is going to be more efficient, right?
I gotcha. Yeah.
So metabolic flexibility is kind of like that for your body.
Okay.
It means that your body can efficiently use both carbs, which are great for quick bursts of energy,
Yeah.
like when you're, sprinting to catch the bus.
Right. Or running from a bear.
Exactly, or running from a bear.
Yeah, too.
And then fat, which is better for those like sustained fuel situations,
Like a long hike or something.
Exactly. Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you're going for a long hike or even just like powering through your workday,
Yeah.
you need that steady energy from fat.
Totally. And here's something I think is really interesting too, is that muscle isn't just for like athletes or bodybuilders.
Oh, no.
It actually plays a huge role in metabolic health.
Absolutely.
So it's like this secret weapon for boosting your metabolism.
Yeah, because muscle is a metabolically active tissue, so it's burning more calories even when you're at rest
That's wild.
compared to fat tissue.
So even when you're just like sitting here,
Exactly.
muscles are working for you.
Your muscles are burning calories.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so building muscle not only like improves your body composition, but it also increases your resting metabolic rate, which means you're just naturally burning more calories throughout the day without even trying.
And, getting back to Coach Dave, he calls digestion the body's operating system. And I love that analogy
That's a good one.
because it really like brings home how crucial it is for like the whole metabolic process.
It makes it so clear, right? Because just like a computer's operating system controls all of its functions, your digestive system is like the control center for how your body breaks down food, absorbs nutrients, gets rid of waste.
Yeah. And going back to Sarah, she had low enzyme levels, which meant that even though she was eating all these healthy foods,
Right.
her body wasn't actually breaking them down and absorbing the nutrients.
Wow. So she was missing out on all the good stuff.
Totally. And Coach Dave, he says this great thing. He says, it's not about what you bring into your body. It's about what your body can break down, absorb, and use effectively.
That is such a good point.
Right?
It's not just about like shoving all the healthy foods in there. It's about making sure that your body can actually process them and utilize those nutrients.
Exactly. And this is where it gets really crazy, is that our bodies aren't just like separate parts.
Right.
Like everything is connected.
It's all a system.
We're talking digestive system, endocrine system, nervous system, immune system, like they all work together.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a symphony. You know, all these systems are constantly talking to each other.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
And, you know, for example, if you're under chronic stress, which is like your nervous system freaking out, that releases hormones like cortisol, which can mess with your blood sugar balance.
Oh, wow.
And over time, that can actually contribute to insulin resistance.
So it's like that fatigue or brain fog that you've been blaming on a crazy week could actually be like a sign of a deeper metabolic imbalance.
It could be, yeah.
Wow.
It's like our bodies are trying to talk to us,
right,
but we're not listening or we're misinterpreting the signals.
We're not speaking the same language.
Exactly.
And this is why I think relying on just like calories in, calories out is so oversimplified.
It is. It's way too simplistic.
Because it's not that simple.
No, everybody's metabolism is unique, you know?
Yeah.
You've got genetics, you've got gut health, you've got stress levels, sleep quality, all these things.
So many factors.
That play into how your body processes energy, uses nutrients.
And so just counting calories
might not be the most effective approach.
Right.
Yeah, it's really about focusing on food quality and paying attention to your body's own individual needs.
Listening to those signals that we were talking about.
Exactly, being in tune with your body. And the same goes for protein intake. You know, more protein doesn't automatically equal muscle growth.
Oh, really?
If your metabolic system isn't functioning optimally, you need that symphony working together.
Okay, yeah. So it's like all these things have to be firing on all cylinders.
Exactly.
So after diving into all of this, I think what I'm taking away is that we need to shift our perspective on health. Like, it's not just about the number on the scale.
It's about so much more than that.
It's about the symphony of systems working together to create, like, true vitality.
Yeah, you said it. It's about optimizing how all these systems function together.
And that's metabolic mastery.
That's it. That's the goal, you know, to find that metabolic function, and then you find true vitality.
I love that. So as you're going about your day today, think about, like, what's one small step you can take to support your metabolic health?
Could be anything.
Could be anything.
A quick walk, prioritizing sleep, taking 5 minutes to de-stress.
Yeah.
Like, all these little things add up.
Each step contributes to, like, the bigger picture of metabolic harmony.
Exactly.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for having me.